Good morning, this is Rich from Rich TV Live, and today the markets are crashing again. I'm pretty sure this is 5 days in a row now that we've been red on a tear on the way down. Gold is going up, everything else is going down. And I did say that gold was going to go up, and I did say that the coronavirus would have an impact on the markets. It's clearly having an impact on the markets now, taking a huge hit and a bite out of crime out of the markets on a daily basis. But that doesn't mean that there isn't opportunities. So if you've been watching Rich TV Live, in February I brought you, January I brought you my top 10 picks for February 2020. A lot of those picks have exploded, so I wanted to go through some of them. My number 10 pick for February 2020 was CODX. CODX, I brought it to you guys at $2.70. It's at $17.70. So to say the least, it's up around 500% this month. So it's been an amazing winner for members. Congratulations to everybody who's taken advantage of this ridiculous move on CODX. I don't want anyone to chase the green, but this thing is on fire. And if you have chased it from yesterday, you're up another 100% today. So it's crazy. I know it's nuts, makes no sense, but it's real. And who knows how high it's going to go. But the reality is it's absolutely on fire. So that's CODX. One that I didn't bring to you, but I wish I did, it's a mask making business. And everybody wants masks right now because of the coronavirus. So this is a perfect company to look into. Alpha Pro Tech APT up 50% and on the day, and we're at $4.78 last week. That's right, they were at $4.78 last week. They are now at $18. They've absolutely exploded over 300% in 1 week on news that they are doing a huge amount of sales for masks. Now let's take a look at another one of my picks that I gave you guys for February 2020, NNVC. NNVC has been kind of a roller coaster ride. It's been up and down. So they've had some highs and lows. I mean, they've been some crazy highs and lows. So NNVC's been as high as 19, as low recently as $5 last week, and now they're back at 11.30. So this one has huge swings up and down. Don't chase the green, chase the dips. Look for the company that you like and buy it on a dip. Buy it in the red, buy it when it's down, buy it when not everybody's buying it. Gives yourself a better chance to win. But NNVC up 22% today. Now let's take a look at AEMD. AEMD was actually my number 1 pick for February 2020. They actually had some serious issues with the Securities and Exchange Commission. Stock had a huge run up after I talked about it. Then they collapsed down, got halted due to SEC issues, then went down even further. I talked about it yesterday when it was at $1.80. Said, you know what, this might be the time to get in, and bam, exploded again today, back to $2.97, up 38% at $2.63, and I think this might still be a good buying opportunity for AEMD. It's still cheap when you compare it to its peers. So keep AEMD on your watch list, keep it on your radar. I still think there's a lot of upside for the stock. What's next? GILD. So these guys have a vaccine, GILD, which they are now shipping, and they are working on hopefully finding the cure for the coronavirus. $76 stock. They've been on a tear like a lot of these coronavirus stocks. They've come up quite a bit. In January, they're at $62. Now it's $76. If these guys do find the cure for coronavirus, I believe they will go to $100. It's my opinion. I'm just putting it out there, okay? Another coronavirus stock, which I've been talking to you guys for quite some time, NVAX, Novavax Inc. NVAX up 17% on the day, and they've been on a tear. You can see here from $6 on February 10th, now at $10.84, and up 17% on the day. Yesterday, I brought you MRNA. Told you guys that they were one of the first to ship coronavirus product. They went up yesterday. They're up again today. Moderna Inc., mRNA, Kramer talked about them too, up 16% today after I talked to you about them yesterday. They are now up another 15.78% today. Great pick. I'm not telling you guys to chase the green. Put on your watches, put on your radar. If you see a dip, that might be the time to go. But yeah, coronavirus stocks are in play, guys, clearly. Now, another one that I brought you guys, which was one of my top 10 plays for February 2020, is TDOC Health Inc. These guys are an absolute screamer on a tear. Brought it to you at $100, up 18% on the day alone. You can see here, I did the video January 31st. On January 30th, they were at $102. Told you they're one of my top 10 picks for February 2020. In a world where people can't leave their homes, they're going to want to get telemedicine services from home. That's why TDOC is genius. Biggest telemedicine service in the country, biggest telemedicine service company in the world at $138, up over 35% since I brought it to you guys first in February 2020. All we do is bring you winners. TDOC Health Services up 18% on the day alone, and I think it's going to go higher. It's true. Man, your boy just bringing you winners, guys. Another one of my picks that I brought to you guys in February 2020 as one of my top 10 picks, and they have not disappointed. They've been on an absolute tear. And last but not least, Baby. Brought you guys Baby at 30 cents. Baby's been on a tear of epic proportions. They're up again today. They were as high as $1.34, currently at $1.27. I'm not suggesting you go and you chase this bad boy. It's doubled in price in like 2 weeks. It's doubled in price. I'm not suggesting you chase all this green, but put it on your watches, put it on your radar. If it does do a dip back under $1, that might be the time to pick it up. So what do you guys think about these picks? Stock market is crashing for, I think, 5 days in a row now. We're down 600 points in the Dow Jones, 72 points on the S&P 500, 236 points on the NASDAQ, 84 points on the Global Dow. Gold is up at 1657, as I told you it would be, now chasing 1700, and if the markets continue to fall, gold will continue to rise. Oil is tanking at 46.52. Markets are taking it on the chin. What do you guys think about this? What do you think about these picks? Man, I brought you guys all these winners first, man. How you guys doing? Neurosis says MedMan taking a gigantic... It's not just MedMan, bro. They all are. All the cannabis stocks are trash right now. Danny Hernandez says, what is going on? Hey, man, the markets are reacting to the coronavirus 5 weeks later. I told you guys this would have an effect on the market. I was reporting on coronavirus for 5 weeks. Nobody wanted to listen. Everybody thought I was crazy. Am I crazy? Or was I actually psychic? Because I did predict all of this would happen. CODX, once again, up 108%. APT up 50%. These are coronavirus stocks, and I am following them like a hawk. And they are all having a day. NNVC up 24%. AEMD. I'm just going to look at all the coronavirus stocks right now. AEMD up 46%. If I'm missing any, please let me know, because I think got a pretty good handle on all of these right now. GILD. I mean, I have been talking about them for over a month now, and I've been 100% correct on almost all these picks. AX. All these coronavirus stocks are just on a tear. MRNA. And stay tuned, I am going to be putting a top 10 stocks for March 2020 video together. My top 10 for January were fire. My top 10 for February have been fire. So stay tuned to my top 10 for March. You know that there's going to be some fire in there. And a lot of stocks that have been doing well and now are down might be a buying opportunity, guys, for some of those picks. Wow, Baby kind of taking a little fall here. So, like I said, you want to buy stocks on the dip. Is this the time to get into baby, or does it go lower? What do you guys think? That's the beauty of having a team here. We can all sit down and look at stocks and as a community decide live and in real time what is a good buy and when. These are the coronavirus stocks I'm looking at. I'm also looking at baby. Baby's been on a tear, kind of having a little dip right now. Is this a buying opportunity or does it go lower? These are the questions that we need to try to identify as investors if we want to win in the markets and if we want to beat the markets. If there's anything I'm missing, anything I'm not looking at that's taking a huge move up or a huge move down that I need to look at, please let me know. I know you guys are mentioning space, SPCE. They're not the only ones dropping, but yeah, they're taking a huge hit right now. After taking a huge jump, they're taking a huge hit. This might be an incredible buying opportunity for space, in my opinion, but who knows? These markets are crazy. Will they continue? They can definitely continue, but they could also turn around tomorrow if we found a vaccine for the coronavirus. But the reality is, I don't think they're going to just find a vaccine just like that. So stay tuned. If you're not winning, you're probably not watching. We try to bring the winners, and we try to bring them to you first. SPCE, is this a buying opportunity? I don't know, because if this market continues to fall, which it is right now at a very fast pace, we could see a huge opportunity for all the stocks to get in cheap, in my opinion. We could see that with all the stocks. Looks like Apple is also falling, right? And Visa is also falling. They're all falling. Everything is falling. They all look the same. Everything is falling. MasterCard is falling. So everything is falling right now, which I believe is going to create an amazing buying opportunity. When you look at the 1-year chart, we're still way up. We're way, way, way up. So there's still a long ways for them to go down. I'm not suggesting anybody jumps in right now. Be very careful. These markets are highly volatile, and stocks that went up are now starting to come back down and consolidate. Look at this, Tesla back down to 682. So this is an amazing buying opportunity for anyone that wanted to get into these stocks at lower prices. The question is, how much lower is it going to go? I'm not jumping into anything. I'm just watching the markets right now and trying to figure out where is the bottom for these stocks. Where is the top for the coronavirus stocks? Because just a week ago, a lot of these coronavirus stocks were going down. Now all of a sudden they're going up again because everybody's talking about the coronavirus. If all of a sudden they say the coronavirus is getting better, then the markets will explode and the coronavirus stocks will go down again. So be very careful, okay? I'm not suggesting you go and you chase anything. Now let's take a look at gold stocks. I've been talking to you guys about gold stocks, big fan of gold stocks. Even gold stocks have been coming back down. So let's try to identify the bottom, and I'm going to be trying to put together a top 10, and it'll probably be some of the stocks that we've been talking about, but I want to try to get in at the lowest possible prices for all these companies. So got a lot of work to do to try to find you guys the best. These markets are really hard right now. They're not easy markets to trade. If you're trading coronavirus stocks, you might be doing very well. Everything else, though, across the board, not so good. So tough time for investors, I think. I don't think this is an easy time to invest, in my opinion. Let's take a look at some of your messages. Warren Buffett says, check IBIO. Bought yesterday. I'm up 160%. Oh, IBIO, eh? Let's take a look-see-loo. IBIO equity. Wow. IBIO at 76 cents, up 127%. Thank you for this pick. I really appreciate it. If there's anything else you guys need me to look at, please let me know. You think IBIO is the next CODX? Is IBIO a coronavirus stock too? Interesting. %40 buy on bar chart. It's pretty good. Wow. IBIO is up 1,280% since November 19th. Holy smokes. up 199% in the last month and 533% in the last 3 months. Good pick, IBIO Warren Buffett. Good pick, buddy. Nice call. I like that. I like when members bring in winners. Yo, what's up, Rain? How you doing, man? These markets are crazy, man. If you guys want to win, you got to stick with the coronavirus stocks right now. Seem to be the way to go. IBIO Inc., formerly known as IBIO Pharma Inc., is a biopharmaceutical company that primarily focuses on developing vaccines and therapeutic proteins based upon its plant-based IBIO launch platform technology. The company's hydroponically grown green plants can be used for the development and manufacture of proteins applicable to a range of disease agents such as influenza, sleeping sickness, anthrax, plague, human papilloma virus, and veterinary influenza applications. IBIO Inc. is headquartered in Newark, Delaware. Good find. I like this one. Yeah, CODX went from 91 cents to $17. That's absolutely incredible. IBIO. Let's look at their share structure. We're doing this live, guys, and interactive. If there's any other picks you want me to look at, please let me know. It's the power of community right here, just sharing information in real time. IBIO Inc. on the American Stock Exchange on the Amex. Now, I wouldn't hold these stocks, guys. These are stocks that literally just go in and out. IBIO's got a tight share structure. Wow. 91 million shares for a stock under $1. Interesting. Very interesting. 85 million shares in the float. Only 3.6 million shares short interest. Oh, those shorts are getting squeezed hard right now. Those shorts are getting squeezed hard. I like this pick, Warren. I like this pick, IBIO. I'm putting them on my watch list. Yeah, you're right. It might be another CODX. You're 100% correct there. Let's take a look at my indicators. Wow, IBIO. Holy moly. Yeah, my indicators are very bullish on IBIO. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow. You know what? I think IBIO is going to $1.40, guys. I think this stock could go higher. I think this is a really good one. Rainband says, do y'all selling some of your shares to cut losses or buying more in this market? I would wait. I wouldn't be rushing to buy anything. I mean, we're in the middle of a serious pandemic, and I believe that this coronavirus is going to get worse. That's why I put 4 coronavirus stocks in my top 10 for 2020. 3 of them exploded. You know, I just see this getting worse before it gets better, and I've been right. I mean, I don't want to be right, but how does a pandemic that they don't have a solution for get better before it gets worse? It doesn't. Wow, APT. You got to be kidding me, guys. Look at this. The mask company. There's not enough masks in the world right now, and this mask company has gone from $4 to $21. Like, you got to be kidding me. It was $4 2 weeks ago. It's now at $20. Talk about a good couple weeks, eh? Holy moly. Virgo King says, I read Men are going to focus on retail. Probably old news by now. I really don't have have any interest in cannabis stocks right now, if you guys haven't noticed, because they're just dead. So I kind of find it funny when people talk to me about cannabis stocks. I'm like, why are you talking about cannabis stocks? That was like 2018. We're in 2020 now, man. Like, cannabis stocks have been dead for a long time. So let's talk about something that actually has a chance to make us money. Rain Band says the bleeding won't stop, Rich. Yeah, and I don't think it's going to stop. Because how's it going to stop? I mean, have they found a cure for the coronavirus? No. Look at this. The Dow is now down 768 points. Holy smokes. So don't rush to buy anything right now. The market is definitely reacting negatively to this pandemic. And the only things that are really doing well right now are coronavirus stocks and some specific stocks, but mainly coronavirus stocks. So if you're not in a coronavirus stock, then you're probably getting obliterated right now because everything is going down, from Visa, MasterCard, Apple, Tesla, Space. They're all going down, some more than others. Now, a lot of people are saying this had to happen because everything was up way too high, but it just seems as though the coronavirus has kind of taken over now, Wall Street, and who knows how long this is going to last. It's crazy. Take a look at the list I just put in the title. CODX, APT, NNVC, AEMD, GILD, NVAX, MRNA, TDOC. Those are some of the best coronavirus stocks out there right now. And then I just threw in Baby in there because Baby's been a huge beast for us too. And Warren Buffett gave us a new one, IBIO, and they're only at 66 cents, but they're up 100% on the day. And they've been on a tear, so keep a close eye on IBIO. They could be another coronavirus stock that we could make a killing on, brought to us by our member here, Warren Buffett. Sheldon Snow says cash is king. It's true. Alberto Ramos says, Rich, remember when you bought us IPA.VN a few years back? Could turn bullish with Corona. It's possible. There's a lot of stocks right now that are coronavirus stocks that could turn bullish due to the coronavirus. Guys, Baby is finally going down. Is this a buying opportunity for Baby? Let's see how low it goes, guys. Space is down. Like, I wanted to get into Space at these prices. So I'm kind of looking at Space, thinking about positioning myself here soon. And GILD has been green, and it was just red. That may have been a buying opportunity. So just watching the markets right now and trying to identify when to get into all these plays, because the market is just acting very, very crazy right now. AEMD is screaming up after getting halted by the SEC. It went to 180 yesterday. It went up 56% now, and it just hit $3. It's back to 296. They were my number one pick for February 2020. Had a huge run, then got halted by the SEC because they were being promoted as a coronavirus stock. But are they not a coronavirus stock? Anyways, the halt is now gone. It went down, created a buying opportunity, and now it's screamed back up. AMD on a tear today, up 55%. All these coronavirus stocks are exploding. IBIO, TDOC, which I brought you guys first, MRNA, NVAX, all coronavirus stocks, AEMD, NNVC, CODX. I wouldn't chase these guys. And APT. They've already exploded. The opportunity to get in was a month ago when I brought them to your attention. That was the time to get in. You would have already made a killing had you bought then. I would wait for someone to come out with some news saying, oh, we found a cure, or things are getting better, it's slowing down, because then these will all go down, because this has been the trend. They'll all go down, create another buying opportunity, and then when it spreads to the next wave of countries and there's more outbreaks, they'll explode again and we'll make another round of killings. But I wouldn't chase this green. That's just me. But it's up to you guys. Sheldon Snow says physical gold. Lisanne says 2020 is COVID stocks. Yeah, so far, for sure. Sheldon Snow says don't buy these stocks at the top. Sheldon Snow says, just like I said about Space and Tesla and everyone ripped me. Hey, Sheldon, you were right, bro. I'll give you credit, man. You know, nobody knows how the coronavirus is going to affect the markets. But the reality is, it is now finally, after a delayed reaction, affecting the markets. The question is now, how much and how severely will it affect the markets? Look at this. This is crazy. We're now down 905 points on the Dow. Wow. S&P 500 down 102 points. NASDAQ down 333 points. Global Dow down 101 points. This is not good. Oil down $2.33 at $46 now. The only thing up is gold, the safe haven. It's crazy. Sheldon Snow says there's another leg down for all these stocks. Cody Olson says FOMO, I'm out of money due to cannabis stocks. I'm sitting on the sidelines for this run. Yeah, this is a pretty crazy time in the markets, and I'm sitting on the sidelines with a lot of cash right now, and I'm very nervous to go into these markets because I just don't know when the bleeding is going to stop, and I have no idea when the coronavirus stocks are going to stop running. And I mean, the only thing I feel kind of comfortable buying is gold stocks, but even gold is going down kind of like gold stocks. So it's a tough time for investors. This is probably one of the hardest time for investors to invest, honestly, in my opinion. Sheldon says, Cody, I am out of money too, damn it. Cody says, it sucks missing out. Well, you know what? It's probably a blessing in disguise for a lot of people because these markets are actually really down and a lot of people would be getting hurt unless you're buying coronavirus stocks. So just consider that. Sheldon Snow says, yeah, I'm not good at keeping 10 to 20% cash. Wish I was more disciplined. Right now I'm sitting on a pile of cash and I'm not going into these markets until I see the bottom. When I see the bottom, I'm going to start entering in some of the big boys. But the thing is, even the big boys I'm concerned about because these markets are so bad right now and all the big boys are taking a hit. Like they're all taking a hit. So if all the big boys are going to take a hit, like Apple, Giant, money-making machine, taking a huge hit. Look at this. Apple getting crushed. Tesla, been on a tear, huge tear. Tesla getting crushed, down 13% on the date. Look at SPCE. Virgin Galactic. If you wanted to get into SPCE before that run to 40, well, guess what? They're now at 19. Down 31% on the day. Like, this is nuts. The question is, how low will it go? That's the crazy question. APT is at 19. Oh, it's about to hit 20. 1952, up 59%. And APT has been on some sort of a tear here. I mean, ridiculous. It was at $4.61 on February 12th. So you would have been able to make over 400% returns on APT in 2 weeks. This is the mask stock. They've reported massive sales in masks, and the stock is on a tear. TDOC, telemedicine stock. This is my number one telemedicine stock in the world. Brought it to you February 2020 as one of my top 10 picks. They have not disappointed. I believe this is the future of medicine because people are not going to want to leave their houses, so they're going to call and get their medicine shipped to their home. They're going to call telemedicine services over the phone for ideas on what they can do with different illnesses. And this is the future of medicine. Telemedicine services over the phone. Because more and more people are not going to want to leave their homes. This is just a reality of 2020. I know it's crazy. I know it's scary. I know it's sad, but it's real. Look at this, guys. Baby is falling. So this is why I said to you guys yesterday when a lot of people were like, should we chase it? I said, I wouldn't chase it, but you guys do whatever you want. I'm looking to buy stocks on the dip. I love me some baby. Believe me, I want to get me some baby, but I want to get it as cheap as humanly possible. I don't want to chase anything when they've been climbing up 100% in a week, right? Because remember, baby's up 100% in 2 weeks. So now it's starting to come back down. It's going to create a little bit of a buying opportunity. The question right now is, how low is it going to go? That's really the $1 million question for baby. It's doing a pullback right now, like all the markets are. The The question is, how low will it go? And is this going to create a buying opportunity for us? MRNA, I brought this to you guys yesterday. They're up 12% today. Another company shipping vaccines for coronavirus. NVAX, coronavirus stock, they're up today. GILD, coronavirus stock, slightly up. AEMD now screaming up past $3. Coronavirus stock, they're on fire today. NNVC, coronavirus stock, they're on fire today. CODX, talked to you about them yesterday. Talked to you about them January 31st when they were 270. They're on a tear today after being up 100% yesterday, up 91% today. APT, talked to you about it earlier, at $4, now at 2 weeks ago at $4, now at $19, up 59% of the day. Let's look at some more coronavirus stocks. Lake. Another coronavirus stock up. Wow, Lake. Oh my goodness. Up. In the last month, it was at $11 on February 12th. Now at $21, up 100% in 2 weeks, up 31% on the day. Lake. Another coronavirus stock. See the trend, guys? The trend is your friend. Stay with the trend. How about INO? All these coronavirus stocks are tearing up. INO at 460, up 15%. They haven't really exploded yet. I think they could still go much higher. And another one that hasn't exploded yet, which I think it will, is ONCY. Another coronavirus stock at $2, and it hasn't exploded yet. Look at this. ONCY was at $6 in December. It's been going down, 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 down. I think this is a bottom for ONCY. This is one of the top coronavirus stocks that hasn't exploded yet. I might buy some because I wouldn't mind getting into a coronavirus stock that hasn't exploded yet. I think these guys are going to make a move. And it's at $2. I think it could easily go to $4. And if it does, it's 100%. Bam. If it goes to $4, that'd be a 100% move. So I'm not saying it's going to. I think it could go to. I've done a lot of research on this company, and I really like them. And they're consistently going down, which to me means that it could be a buying opportunity, and it's getting ready to skyrocket. So put ONCY on your watch list, another stock that is working on potentially a vaccine for the coronavirus, and it hasn't done well yet, but they might be getting ready, gearing up, getting news ready, and then all of a sudden, bam, if they drop news, that's all it takes for these stocks to explode. So that's just another one that you might want to put on your watch list that hasn't exploded yet, that I think has a chance to do very well. Let's see what you guys are saying right now overall. Angela Rivas says Dow will drop to 25K today and drop to 20K tomorrow. Wow, that's crazy. Sheldon Snow says global economy is tanking. People are afraid. People are finally listening when it comes to the coronavirus, and they're starting to take it serious. A month later, after I've been talking about it for a month. But better late than never. Saint Gang says 8K bottom when people drop dead on streets of New York City. Wow. Yeah, that's scary. Angela Rivas says everything will get obliterated. Everything, metals, cryptos will be forced to sell to cover losses. Stay away unless you're placing puts on drop levels. Yeah, you can make a killing selling puts or shorting stocks right now. Or buying coronavirus stocks. Baby is now at 97 cents. So Baby is just getting slaughtered today. Now is this a buying opportunity? Look at this space. I was showing you guys at 19. It's already at 21. So 19 was clearly the range where people want to buy space. But I don't know if I could trust it because if the market goes down again tomorrow, then everything's going to go down tomorrow. So it's just very, very it's crazy to trade these stocks right now. Nobody really knows where anything's going to go. But I'll tell you one thing, the TDOC just keeps going higher. TDOC just keeps going higher. TDOC Services. This is just a giant. These guys are a giant beast. And yeah, I'm not surprised. One of my top 10 picks. Unbelievable. Five Finger Limited says, pretty confident, 1,000-point down predicted yesterday. Yes, Five Finger Limited did predict that the market would go down 1,000 points, guaranteed. And we are now down 784 points. So we're not down to 1,000 points. We did get to 900, but that's a pretty damn good prediction. Markets are taking it on the chin for sure. Angela Rivas says, the market is mimicking exactly paralleling the 1999 Japanese market crash, 66,000 to 6,000 in no time flat. Yeah, well, that would just be sickening. But look what's climbing is gold. While everything is going down, guys, look at what's climbing, the safe haven, and what I've been telling you guys about gold. What have I been saying about gold? When all else fails, buy gold. And that's what's happening. Gold is climbing. The weird part about this is despite the fact that gold is climbing, gold stocks are not. That's the weird part about this. Gold stocks are down despite the fact that gold is climbing. So I think gold stocks are going to go up. And I think that this is just a buying opportunity, in my opinion, for gold stocks. But this is just fear pulling money out of the markets. That's what's happening right now. It's just pure fear pulling money out of the markets right now. Kinross and Nova Gold. These are three of my top gold stocks. Nova Gold, Kinross Gold, and Barrick Gold that I watch. I really like all three. And they're all down. So despite the fact that gold is up, gold stocks are down. And let's look at silver. Guys, if you want to learn how to trade gold and silver up and down, join my trading academy. Email me, richtvlive@gmail.com, and I'll show you how you too can learn how to win in the markets. Because you can make money up and you can make money down in these markets. So why are you not? Let's see some of you guys' messages. Five Finger Limited says down 832 points. Down, down, down. Yeah, the market's definitely having a war right now. Lisanne says, what do you think about Tonix Pharma? What's the symbol? Angela Rivas says, it would have hit 25K yesterday, but Trump announced speech delayed it. Five Finger Limited says, I will buy at 11 US SPCE. Yeah, I mean, if it gets to that price, that's going to be an amazing price. The question right now is how low will these markets go? Angela Rivas says institutions have to sell the gold stocks to cover other losses. Yeah, that's a good point. So the question is, where and when do we get into these markets? Because these markets are so crazy and so volatile right now. TNXP, thank you for the pick. TNXP. TNXP. These markets are just very volatile right now. I don't know if I've ever seen markets as volatile as these right now. So TNXP up 95% on the day. Wow. It's pretty impressive. What is this? Yeah, it's a pretty huge move from 39 cents. 39 cents to $1.77 in a couple of days. Holy smokes. TNXP. I'm going to add this to my watch list. We'll watch these stocks. TNXP. Wow. Amazing move. Absolutely amazing move. So that's what's going on in the markets today, guys. Thank you guys for sharing with me. If there's anything else that's happening wildly crazy or anything or any big moves that are happening in the market, I'll try to come live and talk to you guys about it first. SPCE was down to 19. I guess it got down to 18. And now it's already kind of climbing back up to 22. Does it go back up from here? Was that our opportunity and our entry? Does it go lower? It's hard to tell. I mean, these markets are crazy right now. Even the biggest on the block are down. Let's take a look at Berkshire Hathaway. Let's see if they're taking it on the chin. Yeah, look at this. Even Warren Buffett, even Berkshire Hathaway is down big. They were at 347,000. Now they're at 315,000. We're as low as 313,000. So everything is taking a hit, guys. People are pulling money out of these markets. That's what's happening here. Let's take a look at Facebook. At the same time, guys, this is an amazing buying opportunity for anyone that wanted to get into some of these giants at the lowest prices. This is creating an amazing buying opportunity because everything is falling. So much for the market melt-up. The market melt-up has been trumped by the coronavirus. The coronavirus has taken over Wall Street and is starting to take over the world. As you can see, we are down 713 points on the Dow, 81 points on the S&P 500, 272 points on the NASDAQ, 85 points in the global Dow. Gold is up 16 points, and oil is now at 46.06, down $2.67. Alberto Ramos says, baby looking like it will hit 1 million volume for the first time today. It's because people are just selling. It's selling pressure right now. This is all selling pressure because people are pulling their money out of the markets. People are scared right now, and people are pulling their money out of the markets. That's what's happening. Lisa says, look, the last 3 days. Yeah, no, I saw it. Just on a tear, man. Great pick. TNPX in the last 3 days has been on somewhat of a tear, an epic tear, from 39 cents to $1.74. Absolutely unbelievable. These are the types of moves that are happening in this crazy market. Mr. Lou says, it's just crazy watching the market today. It is, and I would be very careful in these markets, guys. Angela Rivas says, I've always invested in gold stocks since 1997, ECO, GSR, GLDR, Barrick, Newmont, etc., etc., etc. Institution for selling gold stocks sucks. Yeah, well, people got to do what they got to do right now because there's it's a crazy market to trade right now. Angela Rivas says, it will drop to 25K today and tomorrow bloodbath to 20K. Wow. Mr. Lou says cash is king at the moment. It's true. Stay in cash. Lisa says biopharma stock news bites. Tonic Pharmaceuticals, TNPX, announces research collaboration with Southern Research to develop a potential vaccine to protect against the new coronavirus disease. Coronavirus stocks are in play right now, guys. They're just crazy. So they're very volatile. They can go up and they could go down. So be careful. But there's a lot of opportunity to be made there for sure. Steven says, I'm with Sheldon, not very disciplined and out of cash. I'm staying in cash right now, guys. Staying on the sidelines. I'm staying in cash. I'm not chasing anything. I got mad FOMO like everybody else, but I want to see how this market is going to react. Of course, like everybody else, the gambler in me wants to buy some coronavirus stocks, but I'd like to kind of buy them when they slow down a little bit. Hopefully they do, but who knows? They might continue to tear up and the market might continue to tear down, but I just don't like chasing anything once it's up 100%, 200%, 300%, 400%. It's not really a good way to trade. But hey, guys, do whatever you got to do. You want to chase momentum, please do. But remember, put stop losses. And if you're up big, take your money and run, guys. Please take your money and run. These markets are very volatile. They could find a vaccine tomorrow, and then all these coronavirus stocks will crash, right? Or they might not find a vaccine for a year, and we could all become very, very wealthy buying coronavirus stocks. This is the risk of the markets. Nobody really knows right now. And I've been reporting on coronavirus for 5 weeks, and I'm not surprised by any of this. I even put coronavirus stocks in my top 10 for February. Now, my top 10 for February for March might be all coronavirus stocks. It might be coronavirus stocks and gold stocks. Or it might be a combination of some big stocks that have gone down that I think might come back up. But I honestly don't know. So before I even do another top 10, I want to see how this week finishes. I want to see how tomorrow finishes and how the markets react, because this has not been a good week for the markets. It's been a very good week for coronavirus stocks, but it has not been a good week for the markets. And there's been a lot of stocks that have taken it on the chin, and this could continue because where's the end? Nobody knows. So this could likely continue, and these coronavirus stocks could just continue to scream. There's no reason why they don't. Look at TDOC, guys. Now at $140, an absolute giant. TDOC, telemedicine services, one of the best investments, big board stocks to put your money in if you believe in the future of doing telemedicine over the phone in a world where people are going to be at home, not leaving their houses, quarantining themselves against the coronavirus. Don't you think that TeleDoc Health, telemedicine services is the future? I do. That's why I told you it was one of my top 10 plays for February 2020. I was 100% correct. They've gone up from $102 to $140 so far this month. Told you guys about MRNA yesterday. They've been on a tear. NVAX, I talked to you guys about these guys about a month ago. They're on a tear. AEMD was one of my top 10, was my number one pick for February 2020. Had a little bit of a problem with the SEC. They exploded today, up 55%. NNVC, one of my top 10 picks for February 2020. CODX, one of my top 10 picks for February 2020. They were on a tear all day today. They're starting to come back down. So just got to try to buy those dips, guys. Be very careful. These markets are just crazy. And APT selling masks, gone from $4 to, they were at $21. Now they're at $19. They're starting to consolidate a little bit. What do you guys think about APT? If there's anything I'm missing, please let me know. I will pull it up on the screen. We are literally live and interactive, looking at coronavirus stocks, looking at big board stocks, looking at the markets, and trying to figure out what the hell is going on in this crazy world, because everything is falling except for coronavirus stocks and anything related to coronavirus stocks and medicinal stocks that are related in some way to the coronavirus. Microsoft is taking a hit, Visa's taking a hit, MasterCard's taking a hit, Facebook's taking a hit, Tesla's taking a hit. Let's see NIO. Car maker out of Asia, obviously probably taking a big hit too. Yeah. With obviously a lot of exposure to Asia, NIO is going to take a hit. Everyone who has exposure to Asia is going to take a hit. Disney had to shut down a lot of business in Asia. I'm assuming they're taking a huge hit. They're taking a hit too. Who else? Starbucks. Starbucks, I know, is taking a hit. They had to pull out 2,000 stores. They're taking a hit. So look at all these companies taking a hit. So a lot of these stocks that have been on a tear are starting to come back down. Now the question is, where's the bottom and where do we position ourselves for the next leg up? No, I don't actually like to buy any stocks that I bring to you guys. I think it makes my job a lot easier because SEC rules are that as an influencer, if I'm going to talk about a stock, I have to go and I have to disclose it. And I can't buy 3 days before or 3 days after I do a video. So it's kind of like, why, like, what? So it puts me in a really unique situation where I can't even buy the picks I talk about. So what I've decided is to make my life easier so I don't ever go to jail and get you or myself in trouble. I decided that I'm just going to not buy any of the stocks that I talk about. Mind you, it's hard because some of the stocks that I talk about, they explode. So I've made that sacrifice for the community. And another reason why I don't like to buy stocks that I talk about is they get shorted a lot. So I just decided I'm not going to buy any of the stocks that I talk about. And that way I never have to disclose. And I never have to worry about shorting my picks. And there's tons of picks that I don't talk about, that I don't do videos on, that are screaming every day. So I'll just buy those. So I made that decision. And it's hard. Don't get me wrong, because I talk about a lot of stocks that go up all the time. But you got to just pick your poison in life. You can't do it all, right? So I'm happy doing this and bringing winners to the community. And no, guys, for the most part, when I talk about stocks, I don't own them. For the most part, almost always. If I have owned them, I've owned them way before I've talked about them, or I've been buying them for years and holding them for years. But yeah, you don't see me go and buy a stock and then talk to you guys about it so that you guys can go buy the stock and then sell into your buying. Like, I don't play those games. I don't do that. And I don't want to do that. So yeah, I stay away from that. What's happening with Valens? Well, I mean, Valens is like every other company in the world. It's struggling. Huh. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. It's struggling like crazy, and that's because everybody is. Man, you know what? I want me some Valens so bad. I just don't know when to get in right now because the entire markets are bleeding. It's not just Valens. Everything's bleeding. Look, everybody's bleeding. So it's not just Valens. Everybody's bleeding. Like these markets are nuts right now. Everything's bleeding. Everybody's bleeding. Wow, CGC down to 18 again. Holy moly. Holy moly. Now the question is how low is everything going to go? Everybody's pulling their money out, guys. Everybody's in a state of panic and everybody's pulling their money out right now. That's what's happening. This is people pulling their money out and people shorting with impunity. Puts are in play right now. Everybody's shorting. Everything's down. So yeah, no, it's not just Valens. It's the whole world. It's the whole market. No, I never bought Baby. I never bought Baby. But Baby's my client. So I do get compensated to talk about them. So I'm okay with that. I like my role. And it allows my community to buy and sell, knowing that I'm not buying and selling into their buying and selling. I'll never be that guy. There's a lot of guys that do that. And that's how people get in trouble. I don't do that. So I'm never going to buy and sell, and I'm never going to go and tell you guys to buy stock because I did. It's not my game. No. I'm not in that game. I don't play that game. Michael Zanu says, what is the solution? Will the market recover? Well, it depends on how bad the coronavirus gets. I have no idea how bad this coronavirus is going to get. Wow, IBIO is screaming, guys. IBIO is absolutely screaming, up 133%, and it's only going higher. Wow, this is a good pick, guys. Wow, TDOC keeps going. TDOC's at $141, up 21%. Wow. Unbelievable. Ross Fleming says, so you will never buy Baby? Wow. I would have to buy Baby. Honestly, there's so many stocks out there, guys. I'm past it. I have no FOMO. I'm good. I'm totally good. There's so many stocks out there to buy. I don't feel obligated to buy anything. I'm just happy that the members are winning. If the members win, I win. That's what motivates me more than anything else. Yes, Lakeland is having a day too. Lakeland is up 25%. Sorry, 28%. Now, if there's anything else I'm missing on my list of coronavirus stocks, please let me know. I will add them to my list. I'm really interested in IBIO. Very interested in that one. Wow, now it's 79 cents, guys. It's screaming. IBIO is absolutely screaming. Wow, it just hit 80 cents. IBIO just hit 80 cents. Oh my God. These coronavirus stocks are just nuts, guys. 81 cents. Wow. IBIO is tearing it. Just tearing it. Holy moly. It's crazy. This market's just crazy. All right, guys, thank you guys for watching. I'm going to make a move here. If there's any other big news, breaking news, I'll come live and interactive. IBIO is on an absolute tear, up 150%. And this might go higher, folks. I wouldn't be surprised to see it go higher because they're working on a vaccine for the coronavirus. And as you can see, everybody right now wants to buy coronavirus stocks and short the rest of the world. All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching. This is your boy Rich from Rich TV Live. And I'm out. Peace. Let's take a look at these markets one more time. Oh, the market seems to be turning around a little bit now. We're only down 498 points now. I guess that's some quantitative easing pumping up. All right, guys. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.